What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we are here with LIONES Defense War Season 4, and I'm going to be going over how I was able to actually beat the fight so that you guys are able to go through and pretty much do the same. So if you guys do enjoy videos like this, man, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as we are on the road to that 53,000 subscribers. Guys, we're only like about 200, I think, subs away, maybe even less than that. So if you haven't subbed to the channel and you've been watching the videos, make sure to do it. And with that out of the way, man, let's hop in and let's kind of talk about it. So what I'm going to do right here, guys, I'm going to pretty much explain the way the whole fight kind of works and the actual mode itself. And then what I'll do is I'll actually show you guys my run that I did, where I was able to clear through all of 100 floors of the actual LIONES defense and getting the rewards from that. So yeah, let's hop in and let's start with these seasonal heroes and explaining this. So the first thing here that we have is seasonal heroes. So 50 defense war funds are given when you run the seasonal hero on like your LIONES defense. Increases all stats of allies by 10% when a seasonal hero is alive on the battlefield, and it applies at the start of the battle. So if you do have Scotty on field, then she will be giving all stats by 10% to the entire team. So if you did actually pull for the new Scotty, guys, feel free to try and run maybe like a giant team or a Ragnarok team. I think that could be pretty good as long as the team is able to, you know, be very strong. Yeah, we'll talk about the team that I ran through, you know, for this fight. But yeah, the next thing here is the season round buffs. So these are going to be pretty much infinite buffs here, guys. We're getting 20% unknown basic stats. You're getting 20% demon allies basic stats, and giant allies as well. So these three are going to be buffed right now. So if you're running any of those three teams, you're getting that 20% basic stat boost for free. And yeah, I mean, that's obviously going to be very strong. Now, you do not need to run any of those three teams that are mentioned here for the season round buffs. They are just the ones that are boosted for this season this time around. And so yeah, I mean, if you have Scotty and you want to run some other giants, feel free to run a kind of variant like that. I'll show you guys exactly what I ran here as we hop in. So let's just start it up and we'll talk the team that I ran. So this is exactly what I ran here, guys, in terms of my LIONES defense war. We have Ela, we have Red Sariel, Melly Ellie, and Darkness Mael. Now this is my main team right here, guys. This is the team that I took in and I went through all 100 floors of the actual like LIONES defense itself, and this was the team that I took through it. So if you want to kind of sub in some characters here, you could do probably like Red Tarmiel instead of Sariel here. You could do, instead of Eli, you could do like Blue Margaret. Blue Margaret would take a little bit of build up with basic stats though. But yeah, whereas like Eli just kind of gives it to you outright. But yeah, running a team like this will be very strong, and I think overall will be probably one of your best options if you're not running any of the like boosted like 20% basic stat teams. And yeah, the rest of the things here, as you guys can see, are LR characters. And the reason why we're running LRs is because they actually give you an extra coin because of the fact that they're a higher rarity. So if you guys look at like my Melly Ellie here, right? Melly Ellie's only giving 10 coins. The reason why they're giving 10 coins is because they're 6 out of 6. So a 6 out of 6 character will give 10 coins, and a 6 out of 6 LR character will give 11 coins, as you guys can see. So that is something that you definitely want to be, you know, putting on your kind of bench here, right? As many LR characters as you have, and as many high dupe characters as you have. So let's say you have like, you know, maybe you don't have any of the LRs kind of duped up like that, right? Maybe you just grab a character like, I don't know, maybe Blue Chandler, right? Blue Chandler, he's 6 out of 6. If you just want to kind of slot him in there and you have a character that's 6 out of 6 anyway, but you don't necessarily have a large 6 out of 6, feel free to just kind of slap in any character, guys, that is 6 out of 6 for the 10 coins that you're getting extra, because the defensive war funds are very important, and we'll talk about exactly why you're going to want a lot of them when we get to the kind of the actual entry itself, right? So yeah, that's just as an example, but I'll just put back another LR here. It doesn't really matter as long as it's a 6 out of 6 LR. Ideally, that's what you would want to do. And again, if you don't have LRs, feel free to just run any 6 out of 6 characters. So yeah, your one main team, and the rest of the characters here are just going to be your defensive war funds. You're really just putting them there just to get some extra funds for your actual run. So there we go, guys. Let's actually hop in now and we'll kind of explain exactly how this works. So what you want to do as well is you want to make sure you have both your DPS characters on the far right. And the reason why I say that is because the cards that they're going to be using automatically are coming from the bottom right to the left, right? So if you have a character that spawns in on the left, that means their cards are going to be probably around this part of the screen, right? Which means they're not going to prioritize those cards. They're going to go with the cards on the far right. So that's why you want to have your main DPS and then your secondary DPS. So my main DPS that I'm running is going to be Darkness Mael, and then Melieli is going to be my follow-up damage dealer if Mael is, you know, not able to get a kill whenever we're going through. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to select our team, we're going to save it, and this is going to load us into the actual game mode itself, and I'll, you know, kind of go through this as well. So you're going to have your 4 lanes, guys. Your lanes are pretty much made for each of the characters here, and it tells you what lane they are. You can also check to see as well on the character stats what they've actually increased when you are leveling up their stats, because that is something you will be doing in this mode. So you can see what the stats of the character are. You can see what their kind of combat class is, their attack, defense, and HP. That's going to be very important to know. So yeah, now what you want to do, guys, is you're going to start drawing equipment. So when you draw equipment here, it's going to spawn in a little like node here with a gear equipment piece pretty much, right? So the way it works is that every gear set in Grand Cross and every like set bonus that you have is going to be attainable in this. You're able to get crit resistance, you get critical chance, you get crit damage, you get defense, HP, all of those like buffs that are set bonus effects. They will be available to be acquired here through drawing the equipment. So you're just going to kind of draw equipment here. As you guys see, whenever we draw equipment onto a character, it's going to increase their stats for the slot that it is. So if this is like a critical defense piece, that means that Elat is going to increase Elat's defense, right? Defense is going to go up. Now, if it's a HP piece, so if it's like lifesteal, if it's a regeneration rate, if it's anything like that, then it's going to increase the HP stat, right? So your HP is going to go up. And, you know, again, also with like critical damage, your attack is going to go up. So things like that are always going to equate to these certain buffs you're getting. And so that is something that I did, you know, kind of want to mention here as well. And so yeah, the main gimmick of the actual mode here itself, guys, is you're gonna actually be combining the gears to actually level up the characters while also making it stronger by having your set bonuses. So as an example here, let me just, yeah, so here, this is actually a perfect example right here. Boom, we got a set bonus for, what is that, crit chance. So because we have these set bonus for crit chance, we're getting an extra 10% crit chance for the character that we've given it to, and the flat attack that we are getting is going to be shared for that character. So if I go to Sariel here, he's going to be getting all that attack now, so he's at 1,900 attack. So that's how you guys can see, and you can also see as well the crit chance did go up. So if I was to move this off of Sariel here and we actually look at the crit chance, you can see it does go down, right? So again, it's about the set bonuses you want to get, and ideally you want to get the basic stat set bonuses, as they are going to be giving you the most amount of stats. Again, we don't really care too much about substats, guys. You're really going for the flat basic stats, as you know, just having higher basic stats in general is going to be the way to go. You know, HP, defense for like your tank characters, and then for your damage dealers, you go with attack, either attack defense or attack critical damage, right? So that's ideally what you would want to go for. So yeah, and then you're just going to keep drawing equipment and all that. And then once you are ready to battle and you've done drawing equipment, you've done all your merging and all that. So let's say I just, I'm merging up all these pieces here. Boom, boom, boom. You know, we merge this right here, and I'm like, okay, I ran out of these coins. We can go into the battle. And so the way it's going to work, guys, it's just going to automatically do the battle for you. So as you guys will see here, once it loads, it's going to do this battle for you right here. You can go in the top right and you can click skip, and it'll stop spectating the battle, or you can let the battle actually rock, and you can see exactly how your team deals with each of these bosses or each of these fights. Usually what I like to do is just kind of skip, so we don't have to see any of the actual run itself, and we can just kind of get to the next thing, because there's 100 rounds of this, guys. So you want to make sure you're getting through a lot of this very, very quickly. So yeah, you're going to clear through one of the rounds, and then it's going to say overhaul. And when it says overhaul, that means you're getting a free gift or a free bonus. So as we back out of here, Asset's Visit is going to give us +3 to all of our lanes. So that means every character is going to get +3 to their level. And then as you guys can see, we do have an event. This is a round buff. So round buffs are going to be pretty much passives that you get for your entire team, and they're going to affect you for a certain amount of rounds. So this is 10 rounds right here. This is 5, and then this is another 10, and then it explains exactly what the buff is providing. You can see here it also costs coins to actually get these, so you definitely want to be able to get these a little bit later on in the run. And I would say you shouldn't prioritize these early on, as the turn counts for these aren't going to matter on the early stages. They're only really going to matter once we get to the later stages, where we really do need those buffs. So early on, guys, what I would recommend is just, you know, merging up as many of the gears as you can and focusing on your DPSs. So make sure your DPSs are getting their attack crit damage or their attack defense, whatever the case. And their supports here, you just want to kind of give them HP, you know, defense, anything like that. You know, even like the critical defense, all those like other pieces as well can be very helpful too. But yeah, ideally you do want to keep, you know, going and progressing with your damage dealers and your tanks as well. So yeah, and then another thing you can do as well is you can keep merging them past orange. I think it goes up to red is the very last one. So purple into purple makes red, and then you're gonna get the highest amount of stats from that actual icon itself. And yeah, and then as you guys can see, round 20 and round 40, that's when you're gonna unlock more of the slots, and you're gonna be able to pretty much remove each of these like locks here, and you can actually make double set bonuses. So you can have attack, or you can have attack defense. You could do, you know, HP attack. It's not like actual gear, because every set bonus is a 2-set bonus, right? So if I was to put attack here, it's gonna say 2-set attack, right? And it's 5% attack. So every set bonus is gonna be a certain amount of a stat, and it's always gonna be a 2-set bonus. You can have double attack, you can have double HP, you can do all of that. It's not exactly the same as regular gear, and so that is the main difference. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the whole thing pretty much for this fight, guys. And then once you are done the run, you're gonna have your exchange shop here, and this is where you're gonna collect all the rewards. You do get up to 30 diamonds and 50 LR coins. So that's definitely something that you guys definitely want to work towards. So yeah, what I'll do, guys, I'll let you enjoy the clip here, and I'll show you guys exactly how my run went. And yeah, you guys can just kind of watch through, see how I went through each of the stages. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the guide. Now, I guess one more thing that I will mention as well is you guys can also skip some of your battles here as well, and move on to the next round unless it says event for overhaul. So if it says event on the overhaul button, then you want to click overhaul. If it does not say event, you can actually just click start next round, and you'll do the battle if you're strong enough to do it. So yeah, so if I just click overhaul here, you know, we get our little event bonus. So let's just see what it is this time around. So encouragement. So, you know, we're going to go for encouragement early on, because this is going to buff up all of our stats here. And you guys will see in my run, I always prioritize going, you know, encouragement early on, and then later on I get the other buffs. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And then if I was to go to battle again, it's going to do this run, and it's going to tell me the next one is not going to have overhaul, right? So we're going to kill this one, and it's going to say, yeah, so overhaul is not going to say event on it. So overhaul doesn't give you anything. So if you were to go to overhaul, yeah, you can level up your stuff, but it would be a lot quicker if you just start next round and you just beat the next round, right? Because you're probably able to beat the round if you're already able to deal with the one prior. So that's pretty much the guide right there, guys, for Leones Defense War. Again, watch through my actual run itself to kind of see exactly how I went about it. But that's pretty much the kind of basis of how you go about the Leones Defense. So I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the clip, and then yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. So I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man. Enjoy the clip.